So now onwards we are going to study the further topics. So in the last session we have seen that what do you mean by tissue, okay, and what are the different types of tissue. So tell me, what do you mean by tissues? Tissue andre enu? Yeah, these are the group of cells common in origin and performing similar function. So we call it as tissue. So what are the four different type of tissues? Yeah, first one will be epithelial tissue. Second one, very good, second one connective tissue, and third one, yeah, muscular tissue, and fourth one neural tissue. Okay, so we had an overview about all these, and today in the today's session we are going to study about the epithelial tissue. Okay, so we will start with the epithelial tissue, very important. Epithelial tissue. So what do you mean by epithelial tissue? Okay, these are nothing but the outer covering of the, these are outer covering of the body. Okay, outer covering. Remember, epithelial tissue are mainly found in the outer covering. Okay, outer covering as well as inside the body cavity. Okay, as I have told you in the last class, epithelial tissue is the outer covering like skin, or it may be present inner lining of the body cavity. Okay, so inner lining is nothing but, if this is an esophagus, okay, the inner part, okay, the inner part, whatever the cells present, these are nothing but the epithelial tissue. Okay, so understand the location of the epithelial tissue. So this outer covering will be epithelial tissue, and inside the layer which is present, that we call it as a epithelial tissue, which is located internally, okay, inside to the body cavity. So in the epithelial tissue, these are the outer covering, it may be present outer or inside. Okay, so in the outer layer, whatever the epithelial tissues are present, these are mainly helpful for the protection. Okay, okay, and inside too mainly helpful in the secretion. There is also present like whatever the moist area is there, no, like salivary gland, everything where the wet environment is there, no, there the inner lining or inside of the body cavity, the epithelial cells will be present. Okay, so understand properly, epithelial cells have a definite shell, definite shapes. Okay, these are having definite shapes, like these may be polygonal. Okay, so what do you mean by polygonal? These type of arrangement. Okay, these type of arrangement is nothing but polygonal. Okay, so ನೀವು ರೋಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಟೈಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ರೋಡ್, which is used for the walking purpose. Okay, so that tile structure will be like this. So in the epithelial cell there is definitive shape. Okay, in that the cell may be having the polygonal or cuboidal, cube like this, okay, like this, or columnar, okay, or it may be columnar. The structure will look like a column. These kind of column like appearance will be there, okay. So nucleus anyhow will be prominent, nucleus will be present. Understood? So try to understand that. We are in the today's session we have started with the epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is nothing but the protective covering, okay. Either it may be present outer or inner. Inner means inside to the body cavity, okay. So outer layer mainly help for the protection, inner also helping for the protection. Where the wet atmosphere is there the inner epithelium is present inside to the body cavity, okay. And remember one thing, the outer covering which is present or the outer epithelium is keratinized. So what do you mean by keratinized? The cytoplasm is replaced with the keratin protein, okay, because there should be many more layer which is helping for the protection. So to perform that function the cell should have a keratinized, whereas the cells, the epithelial cells which are present inside to that body cavity, we call it as non-keratinized. Non-keratinized. It's not clear. Wait students. Now clear, no? So I will explain you once again. We are studying about the epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is nothing but the protective covering, okay, single layer or it may be multi-layer. We will study that, but before that try to understand. The outer covering which is present at the outer layer will be keratinized, okay, because it is performing the protective function to give the protection, the outer protection. The cells will be keratinized. Keratinized is nothing but the dense cytoplasm content is removed and there will be presence of keratin protein inside the cell, okay. Inside to the body cavity the epithelial cells are non-keratinized, because if the cells are keratinized there will be, the structure will be bit hard, but those keratinized structure if present inside to that epithelium, then there will be hard structure, okay. We don't want the hard structure present in the esophagus, it will be an obstacle for the swallowing of food material. So there we need a non-keratinized inside to that body cavity. The epithelial cells which are present, it should be non-keratinized, so that the outer layer will be keratinized which have a protective function, and inside to that which is not a protective function, it is mainly present in the wet areas like salivary gland, inside the esophagus, like that. Based on the function the structure differs, okay. So this cell shape will be differing, like they have a definite shapes which are provided the structure, okay, which are providing the structure. In that the shapes may be varying. Polygonal is nothing but these kind of structure arranged one by one, okay, and the cell may be cube like, okay, these kind of cube like isodiametric shape, that is equilateral, everywhere length and breadth will be same, that we call it as cube like structure. And next the cells may be columnar, column like appearance will be there. Okay, so when we study about the cell in the epithelial tissue, the structure will be differing, and inside to that there will be presence of dense cytoplasm. Okay, inside to this there will be presence of dense cytoplasm. Presence of dense cytoplasm. And these cells are having prominent nuclei, prominent nucleus. Okay, we can see that. Okay, some may be present exactly at the center, or some may be present near to the base, like columnar cells. Okay, so try to understand, in the epithelial cells there will be presence of dense cytoplasm and the nucleus is very prominent, and intercellular space is very compacted. Okay, the space between one cell to another is very little, or it may be absent. Intercellular space. Intercellular space are very little or absent. Okay, or it may be absent. So try to understand. Yeah, tell me. Voice is not clear. It may be a network issue. Here the presence of dense cytoplasm, prominent nucleus is present. Either it may be center or it may be at the base. Okay, like columnar cells. Now the intercellular space between one cell and the another cell, because the cells are arranged very compactly, so there will be little space, or that space will be absent. So these are the characteristic features of the epithelial tissue. Okay, so understand, the location will be outer or inside to the body cavity. Outer is mainly helpful for the protective function and which is highly keratinized. Okay, the cells or the epithelial tissue which are present inside to the body cavity is non-keratinized. Okay, and in that the epithelial tissue is having prominent or definitive shape. Okay, in that the cells may be polygonal or cube-like or columnar. In that cell the nucleus is very prominent and the cytoplasm is very rich. Okay, dense cytoplasmic content will be there, and the intercellular spaces is very little and or absent. Okay, because the cells are arranged very compactly. Cells are compactly arranged. The cells are compactly arranged. So these are the all important characteristic feature of a epithelial tissue. So now we are moving further, that in the epithelial tissue, again based on the function, there are two types, or the presence of cells. They are again divided into two types. The epithelial tissue are divided into two types. First one, simple epithelium. First one, simple epithelium tissue. Okay, simple epithelium tissue. And second one is compound. Second one is compound epithelium tissue. Compound epithelium tissue is also called as stratified epithelium tissue. Okay, so based on the presence of cells, there are again, or the layer of cells, they are again divided into two types. Okay, first one is simple epithelium tissue, second one is compound epithelium tissue. Okay, or it is also called as stratified epithelium tissue. So what do you mean by simple epithelium tissue? See, simple epithelium tissue, as name itself tells, it's very simple. Okay, only one layer of cells are arranged. Okay, only one layer of cells are arranged like this. Okay, it may be like this, or it may these kind of simple, only one layer will be there. Okay, simple epithelium tissue is having only single layer of epithelial, single layer of cells. Okay, if the single layer of cells are arranged, then we call it as simple epithelium tissue. Okay, and these type of epithelium tissue are mainly found in the inner lining of esophagus, ducts, and the air sacs which are present in the lungs. These are present in the simple epithelium because only one layer will be there, and these are present in the inner lining of air sacs which are present in the lungs or esophagus, inner lining, whatever the inner lining is there, no, it is having single layer or simple epithelium tissue. Okay, so these kind of arrangement will be there with the having dense cytoplasm, centrally located nucleus, prominent nucleus. Again the structure varies. Okay, we will study that types also in the simple epithelium. So what do you mean by compound epithelium? Before that, try to understand strata means layer. Okay, so strata means layers. So compound epithelium tissue is nothing but there will be presence of layers. Okay, so multi-layered structure we call it as compound epithelium tissue. So here the presence of only single layer, but here multi-layered structure will be there, multi-layered. Okay, there will be presence of multi layers. So simple is nothing but only single layer will be there, the cells are arranged and it is forming a single layer, it is present inner lining. And compound epithelium is nothing but, or it is also called as stratified epithelium. Strata means layers, there will be presence of multiple layers, 2 to 3 layers will be there, that we call it as compound epithelium. So let me know that whether skin is simple epithelium or compound epithelium. Very good. So skin which is located outside of the body, the outer covering of our body, the skin is a compound epithelium. Why? Because our skin is having 2 to 3 layer, multi-layer will be there, so that it protects the whole body, okay, from any damages. Okay, that's why our skin is a compound epithelium, whereas the inner lining. Okay, so imagine if our skin have simple epithelium, then what would have happened? There will be damage, no? If the single layer damages, then the blood used to come out. So to protect that, the compound epithelium tissue is there as a multi-layer. Okay, it will very highly keratinized and mainly protects our body from any external damage. So this is the difference between simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Now we will study about the simple epithelium and their types. Okay, understood till here? Clear, no? Okay, first we have started with the epithelium. In that again two types based on the layers. Okay, first one is simple epithelium, second is compound epithelium. Now we are focusing on this simple epithelium tissue. Okay, just analyze the types because types are present in each of the tissues. Okay, so based on the structure of a cell, the simple epithelium again further classified. Okay, we will study that. Shall I rub this portion? Understood? Okay. So we'll move towards the simple epithelium. The first type of epithelial tissue, that is simple epithelium. So what do you mean by simple epithelium? Very good. Okay, single layer of cells are arranged. Okay, single layer of cells are arranged. And these are mainly located at the inner lining. Okay, inner lining of body or inner lining of organs. Okay, like in the air sac, inner lining of the air sac. For example, inner lining of air sacs. And also the blood vessels will be there, no? The pipe like structure which is located or which is mainly helpful for the transportation of blood from one part of the body to the next, that is nothing but the inner lining of the blood vessels. Okay, inner lining of the blood vessels. So inner lining of the blood vessels, also these, the simple epitheliums, the cells are arranged. Okay, those are nothing but these type of cells. Okay, these type of cells are arranged, and those single layer of cells we call it as simple epithelium. So what are the characteristic feature we can observe here? Dense cytoplasm. Okay, it is present dense cytoplasm, prominent nucleus, which is located at the center. Okay, we will study. So understood till here? This is the characteristic feature of simple epithelial tissue. Okay, this is nothing but epithelial tissues type only. So here only single layer will be there, that you need to understand. So based on the shape of cell, okay, based on the shape of cell, these simple epithelium are further classified. Okay, there are mainly 3 types. Based on the structure of cells, these simple epithelium are further classified as, first one, squamous epithelial. Very good. Squamous epithelial tissue. So what do you mean by this squamous epithelium tissue? Where we can find this one? Yeah, good. Single layer, because it's a type of simple epithelium. So the cell should be arranged in a single layer only. So where we can find these simple epithelium, that too squamous epithelium? What is the location? So in the squamous epithelium, the cells will be polygonal. Okay, the cells will be polygonal type. cells are having the polygonal shape. So what do you mean by polygonal? Nothing but this one. Okay, the structure or the cells which we have written here or drawn here is nothing but the polygonal or squamous epithelial tissue. So these are again found in the inner lining of blood vessels, bronchioles, okay, air sac. There we can find all these squamous epithelium. So the second one is cube-like or cuboidal. Cuboidal epithelial tissue. So what may be the structure of cuboidal epithelial tissue? Yeah, very good. Okay, idrolge idalla cuboidal means cube like. The cells will be cube like. And remember one thing, wherever the secretion is there, okay, wherever the cell or the glands which are going to secrete certain enzymes, chemical or hormones, those are nothing but the cuboidal cells. Okay, so remember one thing in case of cuboidal as a secretion. Okay, wherever the cell or the tissue secretes anything that are made up of cuboidal epithelial tissue, and the structure will be cube like, okay, like this. The structure will be cube like, and these are also having the dense cytoplasmic content. Okay, so few session back only we have learnt the cell, and we know what is nucleus and we know what are cytoplasm. Okay, everything we know, no? So try to understand, the nucleus are located exactly at the center, and these are having dense cytoplasmic content, and mainly cuboidal epithelium cells are having the shape of cube. Okay, they are having the cube like structure and mainly helpful for the secretion. Okay, they are mainly meant for the secretion purpose. Understood? Any doubts? No? Okay, shall we move further? Understood? Okay. What is the next type? Columnar tissue. Very good. The third type in the simple epithelium tissue is the columnar epithelium tissue. So what may be the structure of columnar epithelium? Okay. So if you remember the name, the structure will be very easy. Okay. So third one will be columnar epithelial tissue. So the structure will look like this. And remember one thing very important, the nucleus is present at the base of the cell. Okay, base of the cell. Cells are column like, elongated and elongated. Okay, dense cytoplasm is also present. And remember very important, nucleus is located at the base. Okay, nucleus is located at the base. So this is very important. Columnar epithelial tissue, these are having column like. Okay, these cells are having the shape of column. Okay, and the nucleus is located at the base, and there will be presence of dense cytoplasmic content. So can you tell me what is the location of columnar epithelium? Where we can find? Where they are found? Okay, these are found mainly on the inner lining of alimentary canal, okay, and reproductive part. In certain parts also ducts, we can find these kind of columnar epithelial tissue. Okay, so remember one thing. So what type of tissues are there? These are, first one, good, cuboidal, no? And second one, good. Okay, these are two different type of cells. If the ciliary like projection or the microvilli are present like this at the surface, these are the modification. Okay, these are the modification of cells. Why? I will let you know. Okay, so these are nothing but ciliated epithelial cells. So these are the modification ciliated epithelial cells. Okay, either it may be present on the cuboidal cells or columnar cells. Okay, the microvilli, the finger like projection, wherever the finger like projection is present on the surface of the cell, then we call it as ciliated epithelial cells. So tell me, what may be the function of these ciliated epithelial cells? Protection. And then, very good. Okay, we have seen that the structure of cilia, no, few days back. Why those are important? Locomotion. So if those finger like projection are present here, then again they will be helping for the transportation purpose. Okay, they are mainly helping for the transportation purpose, and also they are helping for the movement of certain particle. Okay, whenever we cough, negdi ಕೆಮ್ಮು ಬಂದಾಗ there will be secretion of certain kind of mucus. Okay, that is coming inside to the outside of body. How? Because whatever we eat, whatever we drink, it is moving in the gravitational direction. Okay, ಕೆಳಗಡೆನೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನು ಮ್ಯಾಲ್ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ವೆನೆವರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಕಫ್ ಆರ್ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್, the mucus secretion will be there. Okay, so that for the movement of that mucus from inside to the outside, there will be presence of these type of cells which are located in the esophagus or intestine, whatever the portion it may be. For the movement of those materials from outside of the body, these kind of finger like projection will be there. Understood? So I will give you another example. These type of structure is also present in the fallopian female reproductive part. Okay, that is fallopian tube. So they are called as ciliated epithelial tissue. Okay. So consider this as a female reproductive part. Okay, I am taking only half of the portion. So here the eggs are there. Okay, only egg is there, and the after the fertilization, when the sperm comes and binds to it and the fusion take place, the zygote should move towards the uterine wall. Okay, it should move. So for the movement purpose, these are here the cells are located. Okay, so like this the cells are located, and these are mainly pulling the zygote towards the uterine wall. Okay, so understood the importance of these ciliated epithelium cells, tissues. Okay, so after the fertilization, when zygote is formed inside the female reproductive tract, that is in the fallopian tube, there should be a movement. Okay, there should be a movement of zygote towards the uterine wall where the implantation take place. So for that movement, there should be the ciliated columnar epithelial cell, which are mainly helping the zygote to move towards the uterine wall for the implantation. Okay, so likewise the ciliated epithelial cells are playing important role, and these cilia, okay, these finger like microvilli which are present, they should need moist environment. Okay, they should need a moist environment, like in our salivary gland. Okay, they are having the wet environment, so they are located wherever the wet environment is there. Okay, so these are the importance of ciliated epithelial cells. Okay, so these are mainly helpful for the transportation. So ciliated, these are the modification. Okay, we can observe in case of tissue where the presence of cilia, okay, that we call in the cuboidal or the columnar epithelium cell, we call it as ciliated epithelial cells. These are mainly helpful for the movement purpose. Okay, these are mainly helpful for the movement of material, movement of mucus, okay, or even the zygote in the fallopian tube. Okay, so these are present in the duct region also. So try to understand why the cilia are present, the finger like projection, that is microvilli, why those are present, and also understand the importance. These are mainly helpful for the transportation, okay, and also for the transportation purpose. Transportation purpose, these are very important, and the location is also very important. Okay, so remember the example of mucus. Okay, whenever we get cold, cough, no, that time we will secrete certain mucus out of the body. Okay, so from inside to outside there will be presence of these type of specialized cells. Those are helping for the movement of that mucus outside the body. Okay, so in today's session, in today's class, we have learnt about the epithelial tissue, and in that we have learned two types, that is simple and compound. In that simple epithelial tissue, we have learnt about the cuboidal, okay, and columnar, and first one, what is that? Squamous epithelium. Okay, so based on the different size or different shape of the cell, again simple epithelium are classified into three types, and the further this one ciliated epithelial cells are the specialized form of tissue in which either in cuboidal or in the columnar tissue there is a presence of ciliary outgrowth microvilli that is mainly helpful for the transportation, and also these are important for the movement of like mucus or the zygote which is present in the fallopian tube of the female towards the uterine wall. Okay, so these type of specialized cells are tissues are present, so with that the movement take place. So in the next session we are continuing with the compound or stratified epithelial tissue, and we will learn the different types also. So please differentiate those types, don't get confused. Okay, we are learning further again the types only, so have a clear cut idea about those 4 types, in that the subtype. Okay, again there will be subdivision will be there, so have a clear cut idea. Understood today's session? No doubts? If you have any doubts, you can free to ask me. Okay, so we will continue in the next session. Thank you. Take care, students.